and welcome to my creative space. Thank you so much for being here today. Welcome to another DIY video. In today's video, I DIY 3 all year round Valentine's home decor pieces. If you like this video, I highly suggest you checking my other DIY home decor videos, and also don't forget to subscribe before you leave. And now let's get started. For this DIY, I'm gonna take 3 of these chalkboard easels and some white paint, and all I'm going to do is paint my easels in this color white. This part will be up to you, but I decided to not paint the actual chalkboard part because I might want to use this later. Now that the white paint has dried, I'm gonna take this brown paint and I am going to distress my frames. I just took a Dollar Tree brush and it does the job. I really like what it does, and it comes in a package of 3, so I thought it was a great deal, and if you happen to see them, I will pick them up. Once my frames are dried, I took some of my burlap fabric. I didn't measure it or marked it. I kind of just wing it. I took my scissors and as you can see, I just kind of see where I needed to cut, and then I just started cutting. But you're more than welcome to measure and cut it, trace it, and then cut it. But anyway, I'm gonna take some of these push pins that I grabbed from the Dollar Tree, and basically I'm going to be using these to hold my fabric. Once all my push pins are in the 4 corners, I'm gonna remove some of the little threads of this fabric. Now, I created my own stencils with paper and a pencil, and I'm gonna be tracing the word, or I guess the letters I, and then a heart and a U, because I will be using those as a stencil for my frames. Now I am just gonna cut them once I have them ready. For the letter I will be using black paint, and for the letter I and the letter U, I will be using black paint. And for the heart, I created a mixture of white and red paint and created a very light color pink, and I'm gonna be applying the exact same way with a brush until they are done and completed. Now with a smaller brush, I just went back and kind of gave my letters a little bit more definition, and here is a picture of the end result. I love this sign. Let me know what you think. To create this wreath, I will be taking one of these Dollar Tree rings, and this is basically from a 3D wreath. I use them all the time for different things. If you've seen my past videos, you will recognize them. But basically, I took the biggest one and I am going to shape it into a heart. As you saw where these weld together, it kind of came apart, but it's fine because I will fix it in a second with some hot glue. As you will see, I will hold it into place until it's kind of dry, and then I will take a piece of this jute rope and basically just wrap it around until it's secure again. After creating the shape heart, I will move on to grabbing one of these bamboo wreaths that the Dollar Tree sells now, and I'm basically removing the twine rope that is holding them together, and I will be taking 2 of these pieces, and basically I'm gonna start forming the heart. As you will see, I am taking the 2 ends, and I will grab a piece of this twine rope and tie that on place, and then or tie it to the wreath, and then after I am done doing that, I will keep tying around until I shape this whole heart. wanted to take this time to thank everybody that has subscribed to my channel. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. When I started this journey, I had no idea that my channel was actually going to grow. I am so close to 8,000 subscribers, and it wouldn't be possible without all of you. So thank you so much. When I started this, I started because I didn't know what to do with my life. I think many of us face that, and the only thing I knew how to do was crafting. It's always made me happy. When I feel sad, depressed, this is what I do, and it just somehow pulls me out. Like everybody else, I've been struggling, and this whole pandemic, and then I have personal things going on, and it just makes me so happy. Crafting is what I love to do. So thank you so much to you that has subscribed to my channel, and I love that we are all part of this creative squad. Let's keep it growing, and I just thank you so much. And back to the DIY. To decorate this wreath, I'm gonna take these little flowers. If you saw my last video, you know where they come from, but if you haven't seen it, these are actually real flowers. I took them from a real flower bouquet, and basically I'm gonna take these and I'm going to create little decoration for my wreath. Once I have these sorted how I want them to go, I'm gonna add some hot glue to keep them in place, and then I am going to add some more glue to glue them onto my wreath, and it's as simple as that. And I will be doing the same thing to one of the heart loops, if that makes any sense. And now I had these from the Dollar Tree. They're like little beaded garlands, and I thought they were perfect for the colors that I am going for. And I basically take a little piece, wrap it around my finger, create like a little spring or whatever you want to call it, and then add some hot glue and start adding them to my little heart decorations, or the wreath. And okay, these flowers came from the Dollar Tree. I found these two. I was sad because I really wanted more, but I had these two little dry flower bouquets that they are selling now. I am going to look for more because I really do like them, but basically I took them and I am going to be using those to decorate my wreath. I will be putting one in the middle of each of these little pink flowers, and I will be doing that with some hot glue and adding some of these little beaded garland that I am making into a spring. I'm sorry if I'm not explaining this right, but anyway, you get what I'm trying to do. And here is what it's looking like so far. I really like that it's very simple, neutral, and easy. And now I'm creating a hanger for this wreath, and here is the end result. I really do love how this turned out. Let me know if you like it. For this DIY, I took one of these already made boxes from the Dollar Tree, and I took a baggie of these wooden planks. I'm gonna take 4 of these, and originally I was gonna make the whole box with this, but then I could not figure out how to do it in the sides being even. I was gonna start by gluing the sides, but then the bottom there was gonna be a little hole in it, and I didn't like it, so I decided to go for only the 4 sides of this square. And as you can see, this was not a perfect square because I kind of messed up, so I had to take this apart again and fix it because I wasn't paying attention. But it was very simple. I just took one side off, and then I glued back on there how it needed to go, and the problem was solved. Okay, to create the bottom of my box, I took the lid of the smaller box and I'm gonna glue that on there. I just needed something to hold what's going to be inside, so that's what I decided to do. Now to paint my boxes, I took my mixture of brown and black paint, and if you see my other videos, you know that I use this as a stain, and I think it works very well. And I'm just going to paint both of my boxes the same color, and here is what they look like. Now I'm gonna let them dry and move on to the next step. I am going to grab a pack of this popsicle sticks, and these are the thicker ones, but you could use whatever popsicle sticks you have on hand. And I'm gonna glue these two sides or the up and bottom part of these popsicle sticks to make sure they stay in shape. I cut out a heart out of paper, and I am going to trace it on my popsicle stick sideways because I want this to look like actual farmhouse wooden heart, if that makes any sense. And basically I added a little piece of a popsicle stick in the middle to hold that heart in place, and as you can see it was still kind of wobbly, so I removed that off and put skinnier ones on there that were actually holding the whole heart in place. And once I had that, I took my scissors and trimmed my little heart. I will also be creating a bigger heart the exact same way. Here you have both of my little hearts. Now I'm going to take white paint and paint my hearts this color. You can color them whatever or paint them whatever color you want. I decided to go for white because I'm going for a more neutral style, but I also distressed my hearts with some brown paint. I decided to create these hearts out of popsicle sticks, but you're more than welcome to buy the already made hearts that the Dollar Tree carries. I just couldn't find any, and I just ended up making my own hearts. But anyway, that's all I'm gonna do for these hearts. Now let's move on. Now it's time to start putting all the pieces together, and I am going to be using some flower foam or floral foam, I think it's called, and put it in the boxes. For the bigger one, I end up using 2 of them, and I hot glued them into place so they wouldn't be moving around. I'm sorry. Now for my little hearts, I am going to create little bows out of rope, and I will be creating a hanger for it that will be glued under the bow, and I will be adding some hot glue to glue my hearts into place, and they will be glued in the inside of the box. To decorate my box, I added these Dollar Tree flowers. I removed the green stems off of them, and I glued some skewers on there because I didn't want to see any green. That's why I took that off and added the skewers. They're like the wooden natural color. And the other natural color flowers, I created those. I don't know if you're interested in watching how I made those. I didn't include them in this DIY because I wasn't sure if y'all were interested, but if y'all are interested, let me know and I will record a separate video showing only how I created those flowers. And now here is a picture of the end result. I love how these boxes turned out, as well as those little flowers. Let me know in the comments down below which one was your favorite DIY, and don't forget to subscribe before you leave. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you on my next DIY. Bye.